It's hot in here today. It is cold outside, but it is hot in here today. It's cold outside. It is hot in here today. It is cold outside. It is hot in here today. There's no better way. Dude, here, look, let's just put it this way. If you are not interested in being told the truth, then you're probably going to want to go ahead and hop on out of this video. Just hop on out. If you're not interested, you're like, man, I don't want to get punched in the face today. I'm not feeling it. I don't feel like getting punched in the face today, Glenn Lundy, then just pop on out. It's totally cool. No hard feelings. My name is Glenn and I'm your friend. I totally get it, man. Sometimes I'm down for a good pop in the mouth. Other times I'm like, bro, nah, man. No, not today. All right. I'll take my licks another day. Sometimes it's just how we feel. So I need you to make a decision today. You're either locking in with me, knowing that you might, take a little jab or two, or go on and pop out. You choose. But either way, it's cold outside and it is hot in here today.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday, December 12th, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, December 12th. I did it again. Today is Friday, December 12th, 2025. Not 2026. I'm sorry, my brain is so into 2026. Like I'm already existing, living, moving, making decisions in 2026. I did the same thing yesterday. It's so crazy. Hey, do me a favor if you would. Tag the people that you know should be in here. Just got a message, can't find my show. Facebook's doing its thing where it's hiding the show from those that want to watch it, which is the craziest thing. So 2026. So listen, today is Friday, December 12th, 2026. And what's crazy, how you doing, Ramon Ray? What's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, December 12th, 2025. Did I say 26 again? I think I did. Friday, December 12th, 2025. So let's make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. I am coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where last night we got just about 2 inches of snow, somewhere right around 2 inches of snow. It is currently snowing outside right now. It was snowing on my way over here. It's 21 degrees outside right now. And the weather looks like it's going to continue to snow off and on today, tomorrow, and the next day. They're expecting about 5 to 6 inches. Nothing crazy. This was not Chicago. We're not up north. We're not even claiming that this is anything crazy. I'm just sharing with you about 5 to 6 inches of snow with Sunday. Sunday is supposed to be a high of 12 degrees. 12 degrees. So I share all that with you to say, hey, it's cold, bro. Like, it's cold. So this morning I got up, I did the morning 5, right? 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life. No snooze. Don't touch your phone first thing in the morning. Gratitude and goals. Take care of the physical. Send out an encouraging message. So I did my morning 5. And then I thought to myself, right after the morning 5, I thought to myself, hey, Glenn, instead of going out into the cold instead of going out into the snow, yeah, that's a dusting, Don Sankey, I agree. Instead of going out into the cold, instead of going out into the snow, we could just do the show right here at the house where it's nice and it's warm and it's cozy. We now have Starlink, thank goodness, so we tend to have a really strong signal. Part of the reason I would leave the house and come to a studio was to make sure that I had a strong signal, but now we have Starlink, so it's like, all right, cool, we don't have to leave the house. We can just do the show from right here. Totally makes sense. But interestingly enough, right after I had that thought, like, why go face the roads? Why put yourself in danger? Why go out into the cold? As soon as I had all those thoughts, I thought, man, I'll just stay here where it's warm and cozy. But then if I do that, what's up, Kevin Mashi Antonio? I thought if I do that, if I don't go out into the cold, if I don't go to the studio, then I might not get a real good workout. And if I don't go outside and if I don't face the cold and if I don't go into that uncomfortable situation, then basically I'm admitting that the outside is in control of my actions. Right? Like, I'm no longer in control. I woke up this morning with a certain intention. I went to bed last night with a certain intention, and now I'm letting an outside factor, if I don't go to the studio, I'm allowing an outside factor to take control. And then I thought to myself, am I who I say I am? If I just stay here in this house where it's warm and comfy, I'm still doing a show. I'm still getting up at 3:50 in the morning. I'm still delivering motivation, education, and inspiration. I'm still producing it. I'm still doing all of those things. Am I who I say I am if I stay here in this house where it's warm and cozy because I don't want to go out in the cold and it doesn't make any sense for me to put myself in danger in those streets? Am I who I say I am if I stay home? All of these questions ran through my head. And then I thought to myself, maybe I am. Maybe I am who I say I am if I stay home. Maybe I am who I say I am as long as I show up and continue to do a show and bring motivation, education, inspiration. Maybe I am who I say I am without having to go out and bear the cold, without having to go out and deal with potential dangers and hazards in the street. Maybe I am, maybe. But maybe I'm not. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna do the thing that no one else will do. If anybody else was in my shoes and they had the choice, they could choose to sit home where it's warm and comfy or choose to go out in the cold where it's snowy and dangerous. If anyone else had that choice, they'd choose to stay home. So I'm leaving the house. And so I got up and I got my stuff done. I got into my truck. I went out and I pulled out of my driveway like I am the baddest mamma jamma on the planet. Look, I'm doing it. And so I pulled out of the driveway and I headed down the road. And before I could pass the nearest house on my block, guess what I saw? Car tracks in the snow. Coming right out of my neighbor's driveway. Right out of my neighbor's driveway. His name is Mike. He's an entrepreneur like me. He owns his own business. And not only did Mike make that same choice, he didn't have to go to work. I mean, he owns the whole place. He's got employees. He didn't have to leave the house. But not only did he make that choice, but he made the choice before I did. He was already gone. I didn't even see his taillights. Homeboy was so far ahead of me. Here I was thinking I'm brave, I'm bad to the bone, I'm doing the thing that nobody else is doing. And the reality was, while I was sitting there debating whether or not this was going to affect me being who I say I am, while I'm sitting there debating it, he was already gone, bro. He was already gone. So then I drive down the road, and as I'm pulling onto the interstate, right, I get on the freeway for about 7 miles to get here to the studio every day. And as I'm pulling onto the interstate, guess what I saw? Hundreds of people. Hundreds of people, hundreds of cars, truckers. People flying by me, dude. I was doing like 45, 50. There's people flying by me at 75, 80 miles an hour. Listen, when I made that decision to leave the house this morning, when I first walked out the door, I thought I was a bad mamma jamma. I thought I was the elite. Nah, bro. Nope. Not even close, man. There are 8 billion people on this planet. If you think, and I'm talking to Glenn Lundy and I'm talking to you, 8 billion people on this planet. If you think that you are the only one who's out there trying to get it, you are making a mistake, my friend. You are making a mistake. If you think you're the only one doing those hard things, you are making a mistake, my friend. If you think you are the only one, you're some sort of elite, bad to the bone, no one else will do what I'm willing to do, you are out of your ever-loving mind. And I told you at the beginning of the show, for those of you that got here late, don't hang out with me today if you're not interested in getting punched in the mouth. Because that's what's happening today. My name is Glenn, and I am your friend, and I will tell you the truth. The truth is, if you won't, someone else will. That is the truth. If you won't, someone else will. In every area and aspect of this crazy thing called life. There are 8 billion people out there. Everybody's trying to get it. Some are doing a better job than others. Some try a little harder than others. But as they say on the lake, there's always a bigger boat. If you won't, someone else will. If you won't make your spouse feel seen, heard, and significant, someone else will. If you won't overachieve, over-deliver, bring massive value on the job, someone else will. I promise. If you won't take action on that idea that has been given to you with your gifts and your talents, if you won't, someone else will. Listen. This is a tough message on this show this morning, but it's a real one. You are special. You are. You are special. But you are not alone in that fact. You are not alone in that. There are a lot of special people out there. And I know we got this whole generation thing and the helicopter parents and everybody's telling all their kids, oh, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one. But what they don't tell them is you're not the only one, bro. You are not the only one. So listen, you and I, we need to show up. We need to get up and we need to show up and we need to repeat. Get up, show up, repeat. Get up, show up, repeat. Does that sound fair? All right, let's dance. Let's dance. We're coming in. We're coming in hot today. We're coming in hot. We're gonna shift the energy a little bit. There's some pissed off people out there. There's people right now at the house, they're like, "Ew, I don't like you no more, Glenn Lundy. I don't know why you got to be talking at me like that. I don't like being talked to like that." I get it. I get it. I didn't say you were going to like it. I just said it'd be true. Listen, for those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you. I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up and I will say what's up back. Does that sound fair? Say what's up and I will say what's up back. Feel free to drop where you're saying what's up from too. I love seeing, I'm a traveling man. I'm always looking for destinations, places to go, people to meet, things like that. So feel free to drop that in there as well. Good morning, Tosh Queen. Thank you for being here. Tony Robinson, thanks for being in the building as well. Don Sankey, good morning to you, sir. I know you get up and you show up. Trisha Rue is in the building. Great to see you, Trisha Rue. Christina Howard is in the building as well. Bella Rigby, Wendy Reeves, Alexandria Nicole, thank you for being here. Sean Weatherby is in the building. Mr. Mike Larkin, he said, my dad used to say, no matter how tough you think you are, there's always someone tougher. Guaranteed. It's all, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth, right? Russell Hill, good morning. Great to see you. Marilyn Wilkin, good morning. Great to see you, Miss Marilyn. Wes Storm is in the building. Tara Hope is in the building. Spencer Nicholson, what's up, Spencer? I love seeing you in here, man. Thanks for being here. Morning, Rise and Grind fam. Let's go. Alexandria Nicole is in the building. West Storm, I already said to you. I'll say it again. Joan Goebel's in the building. Jeremy Nowling. What's up, Jeremy Nowling? Great to see you, man. Sarah Green is in the building. Sol Salcido is in the building. Ramon Ray, coming from New Jersey, the vacation capital of the world, is in the building. Valerie Stone is in the building. Malika Carey, Mike Strong. What up, what up, what up? Michelle Gravely, I think you said her name. I'll say it again. Rodney Rock Hatfield is in the building. Alexander is in Myrtle Beach. Sweet. I love it. Mike Larkin's dancing in his chair. Share. David Fishbein is in the building. Scott Simons with the fist bump. What up, Scott? Robin Wilshans. Antonio Barbosa, my man from across the pond. Thanks for being here. Jody Tibbs is in the building. Angela Hastings is in the building. David Moore is up in here. Christina, you're in San Antonio? Let's go. I love San Antonio. It's a great place. Hey, real quick, if you haven't done so already, make sure you go to themorning5planner.com and grab your 2026 planner. This is the tool that you and I are going to use together as we navigate this new incredible year filled with opportunities. We're going to use this tool digitally or on paper, whichever you prefer. We're going to read the motivational quotes that come on every single day. We're going to be in a book club together with a monthly book. This is also where you're going to check off that you didn't hit the snooze button, that you didn't touch your phone first thing in the morning, that you took care of your gratitude and goals. You're going to actually write your gratitude and goals in this book. You're also going to map out your day all the way across the board. So make sure you grab one. This is how you and I connect. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember picture pages. Picture pages. Time to get your picture pages, or fill your days with picture pages. Time to get your crowns and your pencils. You can play with picture pages. Fill your day with picture pages. Tell the dog does Chris picture page with you, something like that. Tell Bill Cosby does another picture page with you. I think is how it goes. Picture pages, right? It's kind of like picture pages. We're going to do this together. We're going to do this together, 2026, you and I. But we can't do it together if you don't have a planner. So go get you one. Like the lips. They look dry, but they're not dry. It's very, very weird. All right, cool. This week, we've been talking some serious truths, and we've been, speaking of 2026, we've been talking about accelerating our growth next year. And I've been breaking down a couple different steps for you that you can do to really accelerate your growth. Oh, Soul, I'm so glad you got yours. That's awesome. Essentialism. Yes, it is an inspirational book. So earlier in the week, we talked about if it drains you, mute it. If it distracts you, limit it. If it bores you, release it. It's one of the things I want to challenge you going into 2026. We talked about pulling up these anchors, these things that are slowing you down, that are holding you back. Now, we also talked about making sure that we tap into our morning five, that we have a powerful morning routine in 2026 that taps into mind, body, and spirit. And obviously, the morning five planner is a great tool to use for that. If not the morning five planner, I don't care how you do it, you need to do it. We also talked about building in 2026 before we broadcast. The future belongs to the builders. Everybody can get loud and everybody can get noisy, but who can actually, without the fanfare, sit down and do the work and build something substantial, something valuable, something impactful? And then when you do broadcast it, launching loudly. Coming in from Atlanta, my man, launching loudly. We talked about that this week as well. This week, we also talked about upgrading your questions. You know, people always talk about upgrading their prompts, how important the prompts are in ChatGPT or any of these AI tools. Well, upgrading your questions in life is just as important. I should venture to say probably more important. Like whatever situations are coming in your life, instead of asking yourselves, why me? Instead, we're going to start asking ourselves, who am I becoming through this? You see, ultimately, your life follows your questions. And we talked about Karate Kid and Daniel San and Mr. Miyagi and wax on, wax off, and painting the fence, and how Daniel had no idea who he was becoming through those things. He actually complained and griped about it all the way, but ultimately in the long run, these were the things that were allowing him to become the karate master that he ends up becoming. You see, your life follows your questions. If you say, why me? Your life's going to be filled with why me. If you say, who am I becoming? Now we're talking about transformation and evolution. So the last step that I wanted to bring to the table along the same lines is, once we've upgraded those questions and we start asking that question of who am I becoming, well, then you need to answer that. You need to decide. You need to choose. Who am I becoming? Not who am I, not your trauma, not your hurt, not your pain, not your doubt, not your fears, not your worries, not who you used to be, but who am I becoming? You have to decide the answer to that. Like, don't let that be willy-nilly, because surprisingly enough, whoever you become, you're stuck with. You realize that? Like, you might want to choose who you becoming because you're going to be stuck with whoever it is that you become. So this kind of affects you. It's kind of important. Right? It's kind of important because it directly affects you for the rest of your life. So who am I becoming? In 2026, or as you go into 2026, I want you to answer that question and get very, very clear of that answer. And once you get very, very clear on who it is that you're becoming, then I want you to act like it. I want you to act like it. This isn't no fake it till you make it story. No. I want you to act like that whom you are becoming. Stop acting like who you used to be. Stop acting based on whatever traumas you've experienced. Stop acting as the person with doubt. Stop acting as your failures in the past. Stop acting as your previous track record. Instead, I want you to start acting like who you're becoming. My friend Grant Cardone, he joined us this week on a call, and one of the things I love about Grant is I've known him. I've been able to watch his whole journey because I've known him since 1999, and over 26 years, I've watched this guy, and he's always acted like the man that he was becoming, and ultimately the man he has become. He was on a call with us just this last week with our 800% Club dealers. Check out this clip.
I worked for the same car dealer for 8 years. I didn't jump around and move around. I thought it was a great opportunity. Everything I learned about sales happened in that car dealership. My discipline happened in the car dealership. My basic skills, phone skills, I learned in that car dealership. Discipline of following up every day, I learned it in a car dealership. Getting there early, staying late, that happened in a car dealership. Understanding that coffee was very expensive, I learned at a car dealership. Not because I bought coffee, because I drank it and I missed a deal. I had to go take a piss, and some guy walked in and it was like a $6,000 deal, and I missed $1,500. I'm like, fuck, I'm quitting coffee.
Wow.
Dude, I learned my lessons. I used to eat Reuben sandwiches at 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They put me to sleep. I was studying everything about my life. Like, why am I not one of the top performers? So my goal was to be in Sulphur, Louisiana, and be top 1% performers in the country. It wasn't even about money. It wasn't about the award. I'm like, I'm going to be the best salesman in my city. I'm going to be the best salesman in my state. And I'm going to be the best salesman in this country at some point. And I just put my head down, dude. I'm like, and it wasn't for, it was for one person. I wanted to do this for me. There was no wife, no kids, no budget. There was no money. I didn't need anything. I just wanted to be successful. You guys got to figure out how to want that. If you don't have that, by the way, if that's buried or been drowned or covered up, it's because of the people you're hanging around.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not because you have depression. You don't have a PTSD. You got bad people in your life. I don't mean they're bad. They're not criminals, but I'm talking about your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your brothers, your sisters, your neighbors. The people that you know are holding you back from the things you want. And these people love you, by the way. The people that love you do not want you to change. They even tell you that. I love you just the way you are, Tony. Yeah, well, hey, here's the deal. You guys, you need to love that version of you, that version of you you can be. And the managers, you need to quit saying, hey, you guys you're quitting on the customer. Hey, you're quitting on yourself. So that's what I had to get, that's what I had to fix, Glenn. And that's just an inside job, man. And so Rob, how can you be attractive?
Getting very clear on who you're becoming, and then act like that now. Like, be that person now. Like, if you're becoming the number one motivational speaker in the world, then be that person now. You should be speaking. Go speak. Go speak for free. Go jump on a bus. Go walk 28 miles. Go wherever you can go, wherever there's a stage, wherever there's an opportunity. If you are becoming the number one speaker in the world, then you need to be speaking now. Be that person now. If the person you're becoming is fit and in shape and works out every day, then I need you to be that person now. Work out every day. Real simple. If the person you're becoming is an amazing dancer, then I need you to dance now. If the person that you're becoming dances all the time, then you should be dancing all the time. If the person that you're becoming has strong belief and faith and worships God, then have strong belief and faith and worship God. If the person you're becoming invests their money versus spending their money, then start investing now. Like, invest 5 cents. It doesn't matter your track record. It doesn't matter what you've done up till this point. It doesn't matter who you used to be. It doesn't matter your doubts. It doesn't matter any of those things. If the person that you're becoming, the one that you decide, this is who I'm going to become, if they prioritize family over everything, then guess what? Prioritize family over everything. Just do it. If the person that you're becoming, that you decide, this is who I'm becoming, if they are reliable and trustworthy and committed and competent, then be reliable and trustworthy and committed and competent. If they are fearless, then be fearless. Dude, it's all a choice. It's all a choice, all of it. You know, there's a lot of the best-selling book of all time. In the best-selling book of all time, there's so many verses and so many stories and so many words. And if you had to, like if you were forced to break it down to like one simple sentence with just a couple words, right? If you were forced to do that, my thought is, those words would be, you choose. You choose. In every single story in that book, in every single verse in that book, it's talking about people choosing. Nowhere in there does it say the outside world made the decision. Nowhere in there does it say the people around them made that decision. Nowhere in there does it say those that rose to the top on the backs of someone else lifting them up there. No, it says they chose. Jesus chose to go to the cross. He chose. He chose to go to the cross so that he could deliver his life's purpose, so that he could deliver a message of hope all around the world to all of God's children. Me, you, children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. He chose. Nobody put him up there. He chose. So listen. I don't know exactly who you're becoming. Only you do. Choose. And then whatever crosses you need to bear, go bear them. Whatever burdens you need to carry, go carry them. Whatever snowstorms you need to step into them. And do it now. I promise you, if you don't, someone else will. My name is Glenn, and I'm your friend. I absolutely stinking love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. Make sure you share this out. Make sure you tag your friends. People need to hear this, man. This is the reality of all of it. Nothing is happening to you. It is all happening through you. You choose. I'll be back next week. We'll do it all over again, 5:30 a.m. right here on #RiseAndGrind. Have a great weekend.
It's 5:30 a.m. and the world's awake. Glenn Lundy in the house, no time to break. Husband to one, father to nine. This is the anthem, this is the grind. Let's go. Rise and grind every single day. 5:30 in the morning, Glenn's leading the way. Husband to one, father to nine. Host of the show, man, it's time to shine. Rise and grind, keep the fire alive. Motivation daily, we all gon' thrive. From the stage to the mic, he's one of a kind. This is the anthem. Rise and grind. Before the sunrise, he's sparking the flame. Millions inspired, remember the name. Faith, family, future. He's leading with love, dropping daily wisdom that comes from above. Early morning power, he's setting the tone. 5:30 a.m., yeah, you're never alone. Glenn Lundy's voice is a light in the dark, igniting every soul with a fire to spark. Rise and grind every single day. 5:30 in the morning, Glenn's leading the way. Husband to one, father to nine.
Look, I worked for the same car dealer for 8 years. I didn't jump around and move around. I thought it was a great opportunity. Everything I learned about sales happened in that car dealership. My discipline happened in the car dealership. My basic skills, phone skills, I learned in that car dealership. Discipline of following up every day. I learned it in a car dealership. Getting there early, staying late, that happened in a car dealership. Understanding that coffee was very expensive, I learned at a car dealership. Not because I bought coffee, because I drank it and I missed a deal. I had to go take a piss, and some guy walked in and it was like a $6,000 deal, and I missed $1,500. I'm like, fuck, I'm quitting coffee.
Wow.